potential of India is enormous.
I was delighted to spend time in the company of a head of state who is as scientifically thoughtful.
India and Prime Minister Modi are at a juncture in which there's going to create a tremendous opportunity.
It's clear that space matters quite a bit to the Prime Minister. Delighted to spend time in the company of a head of state who is as scientifically thoughtful as is Prime Minister Modi. So many leaders of the world, I think their priorities might be out of balance with what it needs to be going into the 21st century with all of the challenges we have in civilization. And it's very clear to me that he cares about all of this. Obviously, he reserved his conversations about space for me, and I guess Elon was here a few minutes before I got here. But it's clear that space matters quite a bit to the Prime Minister. And I reminded him that space is a kind of a gateway field in the sense that we all love to watch a rocket launch. Okay, so now you say, well, where's the rocket going? Oh, it's going to Mars. Oh, I care about rocks on Mars, so it'll attract a geologist. Oh, we're going to look for life on Mars. It'll attract a biologist. Well, we need an engineering camera. We'd get the engineers. And so all of these branches of science issue forth from an interest in space. And Prime Minister Modi knows this. So I was delighted to hear about future programs that he has in mind, where to stimulate curiosity among children, school children. The school children are already curious. I made sure to drive that home, and I think he knew that. But how do you retain curiosity going forward? And so he has plans to build these curiosity centers. He had a different word for it, I forgot. Places where you kids come and they just play, but they're playing with things that explore nature, or the laws of physics, or chemistry, or biology. Therefore, the natural world becomes the playground, not just some toy made by a toy manufacturer. That's a form of playing, but if as a child you're playing with things that matter in nature, you're going to end up a different kind of adult. You might even end up as a scientist.
I'm honored to be at the meeting because Prime Minister Modi is a man whose time has come at the time that India's time has come. It's very analogous to when Deng Xiaoping opened up and reformed China, 1978. And so the potential of India is enormous. And you have now a reformer, a radical reformer, who has the ability to transform it and the popularity to transform it. So I think India and Prime Minister Modi are at a juncture in which there's going to create a tremendous opportunity, tremendous changes in India that are going to be really startling.
And how do you see India as a big investment destination?
I think India now also is at a time when, as a country that's not in the middle of the conflict per se between the United States and China, that there is a particular opportunity as those countries are facing the inter-country challenges that they're facing. So I guess I would say that, maybe I should say it in a different way. I think not only is India at the brink of this great breakthrough in terms of reform and potential, and it has all the ingredients when I do what does it take to make a country make those moves, but in addition, the changing geopolitical world landscape lends itself to also India playing a major role, because the challenges that both the United States and China are facing internally and then with each other also play an important role for India to be able to take advantage of opportunities.
Well, I'm actually incredibly excited about the future of India. I think India has more promise than any large country in the world.
The takeaways from the meeting.
Takeaways from the meeting. He really cares about India because he's pushing us to make significant investments in India, which it is something that we intend to do, and we're just trying to figure out the right timing. In a nutshell, it was a fantastic meeting with the Prime Minister, and I like him quite a lot. He visited our Fremont factory several years ago, and so we've now known each other for a while.
So how do you see Prime Minister Modi's leadership role as far as making technology inclusive so that digital infrastructure can be created?
I can say he really wants to do the right thing for India. He wants to be open. He wants to be supportive of new companies, and obviously, but at the same time, make sure it accrues to India's advantage, which is, obviously that's the job. I'm saying I am a fan of Modi, so I have to say that.
What are your future plans personally? What do you look at as far as investment in India is concerned?
Yeah, well, I think there's a tremendous amount of potential for all three pillars of the sustainable energy future. The three pillars being sustainable energy generation through solar and wind primarily, and obviously India is great for solar, the amount of land area you actually need to generate enough electricity to power India is very small. I believe it'd be probably 1 or 2% of the land area of India. So it's very doable. And then you need to pair that with stationary battery packs because the sun doesn't shine at night. And then you need electric vehicles, and then you have a sustainable energy future. And I think it will. The interesting thing people will find is that this is a lower cost way to go as well. That may surprise people. And we're also hopefully looking forward to bringing Starlink to India as well. So, the Starlink internet, which I think can be incredibly helpful for sort of remote or rural villages where they perhaps may have no access to internet, or the internet is very expensive and slow.
Do you plan to visit India anytime soon? But did the Prime Minister extend an invitation to you?
He did, yes, I'm tentatively planning to visit India again next year. I'm looking forward to it.